Hello, beautiful children of the stars. Today we're going to talk about the 3D, 5D ascension process, where we actually stand. In what dimension are we living in right now? Where are we vibrating? In 3D, in 5D? What's going on? So I want to explain this exactly so you can understand what to do and where you stand in this ascension process. You are divine. Welcome those who are new. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for your beautiful support. We've just reached 16,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Yoo-hoo! I'm very happy. Especially those who've just come to join this YouTube channel. Welcome. Why don't you hit the like if you are excited about this video? All right, so let's jump right in. Let's do this. Where are we right now? This is planet Earth in the third dimension. Okay, planet Earth as we have known it for a long, long time, for hundreds of thousands of years. And I feel there were eras where we did vibrate a little bit higher in times of Lemuria, in times of Atlantis, but we crashed right back down again, all right? But that's where we are right now. And this is you standing on the third dimensional planet, you and me and everybody else. So we are still physically standing on 3D Earth, right? That's why it's solid. That's why we are moving through the system. That's why we are susceptible to positive and negative. Okay? Just for the sake of illustration, we're going to go, there's positive experience and people and places. There are negative experiences and people and places. Then there is this, okay, the fourth dimension, okay, which is the dimension of the mind, of the collective consciousness, of the astral realms. And let's say this is plus 4D and minus 4D, the negative fourth dimension. And that's where all the little evil people hang out, the evil guys, right? Demons. That's where entities hang out. That's where people who are negative souls, when they cross over, when they cease to exist as humans, that's why they go and hang out, where they can get stuck. That's where we can get stuck in nightmares. And then let's say below that is minus 5D. Okay? Minus 5D is kind of like the positive fifth dimension inverted, whoop, turned around. So the deeper you go, the more you go into powerful negative darker realms, right? So this is like descending. Now the higher you go, we know this goes up to 6D, 7D, and so on. The higher you go, the more you are ascending. You're descending here, you're ascending into higher densities, higher vibrations, higher realms. There is more and more light, right? This is the sun. It gets brighter and brighter. 5D, new earth. Oh my goodness, I can't write. I'm so excited about this video. Let's try this again. New earth, new Earth is full of light and brighter. Everything vibrates a lot higher. And these, let's put them in orange, negative entities and negative souls are of a denser, lower vibration where there's more dark. Let's just do this. This is like darkness swirling around here on the planet as well. Darkness, right? That's why these negative beings, once we are at positive 5D, they cannot incarnate anymore. They cannot wreak havoc anymore. They cannot influence anymore. So this is a realm of polarity. We've heard of polarity, right? Positive, negative polarity. And that's what we are living now in the third dimension. That's just what the third dimension is. It's a dimension of polarity. Good, evil, light, dark, negative, positive, pain, love. All these things exist here at once. And that's just the way of the universe. That's the way of nature. because the third dimension holds an equal amount of light and dark. It depends. Each planet is different. There are third dimensional planets which have not been infiltrated by so much darkness, and they hold a lot more light. But the third dimension can hold light and dark equally. And what we're seeing right now is a lot of the darkness overtaking the collective. So the darkness right now, in form of fear, control, sickness, disease, viruses, is actually really starting to creep into all aspects of society. As a plane flies overhead, they're quite noisy. We still have airplanes flying though, okay? Okay, so what happens is that we are ascending. We are bringing in more light. We're bringing in more light. Okay, these are light codes. These are light codes. This is positivity. This is the high vibration that is coming down to our 3D planet, or we can say that we're bringing it in, we're transforming ourselves, no matter how you see it. And our mother planet, Mother Earth, is actually ascending herself. All planets have a consciousness. Gaia, Mother Earth, she's our Earth Mother. She is alive. We are living on her, and she already has an aspect. I'm going to go like this. She already has an aspect in the fifth dimension. So New Earth is actually already there. It exists, but it exists at the same time. And this is the concept of multidimensionality, right? We hear, oh, we're multidimensional beings. What does that really mean? It means that we can exist in different dimensions at the same time. Like now, we are existing in 3D, but we also, a lot of us, have partially an aspect existing in 5D. Okay, so I'm going to draw it like this. I hope you can see it. So let's say a person who's spiritually awake and aware, who has managed to raise their vibration, like you and me, right? We are spiritual seekers. We have healed our traumatic wounds. We have done our inner child work. We have raised our vibration. We have manifested. We're aware. Most of us are starseeds who have souls that are high vibrational anyways. But okay, we came into this body, into the dense 3D body, and to be able to bring out our soul and have our soul pull us up is not easy. But a lot of us have done this. And you know what's happened? This is what's happened. Look at this. We have been able to pull ourselves up, grow our heads. Okay? We've been able to pull ourselves up with our consciousness to be in the fifth dimension, to perceive and to vibrate in the fifth dimension. And you see, most people, what's going on? They are still in 4D and 3D. They haven't seen this. They don't know that this is happening. They don't understand. They don't perceive. They don't know that the ascension is taking place. They don't know that New Earth exists. They don't know that they can actually experience and be part of paradise on Earth. But we can. So it's like we've kind of like, whoop, popped our head out of the collective consciousness. That is third dimensional, that is fourth dimensional, negative, positive. You see all this darkness. And what's happening now is the darkness, the fear, the negativity is infiltrating what's usually very positive 4D, like the positive realms, where angels and guides reside as well. Where we create positive collective consciousness. This has been infiltrated, and a lot of people are shrouded in this cloud. And we are shrouded in this cloud physically. But look at this. You see where we have our heads? You see where we have our consciousness, where we have our spirit? We have it above the dark clouds of collective consciousness, 3D, 4D. And so we as spiritual seekers are able to still uphold the vision of New Earth because we know it's there. We know that we can have and pull down the New Earth into our reality and live more and more there. And what does that mean? If you are living in New Earth, and as well your body is in 3D old Earth, I would say, or negative Earth, it means you're doing a balancing act. It's almost like you're standing in a boiling soup, that's cooking you, and your head is sticking out, and you're seeing beautiful, cool streams and rivers and mountains, and you're like, wow, but I'm being boiled down there, but I'm up here as well. And you try to jump up, fall. Oh, you try to jump up and you fall back into the boiling soup, right? And this is what we're doing right now. We as spiritual seekers, we see, we perceive, we know. We see the angels, the guides. We see spirit. We see new earth, how it can be, how it will be, how it is. We see how our life can be. But we are still being boiled. Our feet are being boiled in the broiling mass of negativity. And imagine most people who have not awakened, who don't know that this is happening, they're being boiled body, mind, and spirit. And they are like, they're sinking. They're sinking in this sea of fear, negativity, viruses, calamities, everything that's going on. And if you have watched my last video about the draconians and who rules the world, this negativity is being perpetuated by the negative power structures. And they are doing everything in their power to keep perpetuating and multiplying those negative, I would say, mass consciousness fear energies. So most of us will not be able to ascend and see new earth. And that's like the war that we've been talking about. The power structures trying to do their best to keep us in fear. And it's not so easy anymore, right? We as a collective have awakened a lot. We've made great progress. I mean, look at history. If we look at history, we have been infiltrated and held down in the worst possible ways. We've had horrible plagues that decimated large parts of the population. We've had religion, yes, religion that has wreaked a lot of havoc on the planet. We've had so many wars. We've had, humans fighting against humans throughout the course of history. But now that we are actually uniting, most of us on the planet have some degree of awakening, and a lot of us have realized, okay, this is ridiculous. Why are we fighting each other? So as humanity has become more conscious, now the negative power structures are doing everything possible to pull us back down again, to make sure that we don't have this vision of new earth. Once you've got the vision of new earth, once you know what's there, there's no going back. Once you have realized and you have seen what is possible, where we are going, once you have perceived the energy of your spirit guides, once you have felt the touch of the wing of an angel, once you have seen what a magnificent soul you are, once you have perceived and seen what a beautiful, gorgeous, amazing light you are, your light, once you have perceived and seen your light, that's it. You're never going to forget it. You're not going to forget it. So everyone who has seen that is not easily pulled down again. But those who haven't seen it yet, those who still perceive that their life is just a series of circumstances, destiny, things happening to them that they have no control over, they have to struggle. If you're poor, you always will be poor. If you are a slave, you always will be a slave. If you have problems, you always will have problems. If you haven't seen the light yet, it's hard to get there if you're being kept in fear, if there's all this going on with the virus, with the news, with the media. So that's what's going on. So what the negatives, the negative power structures, specifically the draconians, the draconian empire. Okay, I'm going to put that I here again. Okay, the I, right? The draconian empire, the ones who are ruling the world. If you haven't watched the video, go watch it. That'll explain a lot. What they are doing is they're doing everything to topple us down, to bring us down, to kind of bend us down, so our head is here on the ground, okay? So that we're like flailing on the ground. That's what they want. So what you need to do, especially today, I had this message so strongly today, you have to keep your head up. You have to keep up your vision of new earth. You have to uphold your strength, your belief, your groundedness, your knowing that we are moving to a better place. And it's not going to take that long. And that you, for your own life, in your own life, you can start to bring in so much light of new earth that it forms a bubble around you, that you do not have to be affected physically by everything that's going on. And I know that's hard, because I made a video about this. We feel guilty if we feel good. If we say, okay, we're up here, we're in this bubble, you know, we have food, we're in a good place, and everyone is struggling. It makes us feel really, really bad. But it's important to know that you have to uphold that part of the light, to shine it out so other people can be motivated and inspired. And the more light you shine, the more darkness is dispelled, and the more you can pull other people along. So again, do not feel guilty if you have managed to create a beautiful 5D reality and pulled that down into your physical life. I always say that in the last 6 months, I've managed to do that to a great degree. I've managed to pull down so much light and consciousness that it's affecting me personally in a way that I'm moving through and walking through and seeing. I am seeing what's going on. I know what's going on. I know a lot of people are suffering. And I see this, and I acknowledge this, and I have empathy. But it doesn't mean I have to let myself go down that same path. It doesn't mean I have to participate in the misery to understand and have empathy for the people who are going through it, right? So I've been able to walk through smoothly through every part of my life. And I've been able to experience new earth here right now. And that is what makes the whole situation so strange, because we are in a multi-dimensional situation. We are on 3D, we're in 5D, we're pulling the reality down for ourselves. We're seeing most people are not doing this. Most people are still living fully in 3D. They're having problems. They're unhappy, they're suffering, they're ill, they're being oppressed, they're not happy. Many people truly are living this. So we are seeing this. I am seeing this. But it is important to know that you can see this, and because we are part of the collective, right? We are still part of the collective. We're individuals and we're part of the collective. And that's another aspect of multidimensionality. We're living in our own unique little bubble dimension, but then we're also part of the collective. And because the collective is still living 3D, we are part of that as well. And if we understand this, and if we can say, I'm multidimensional, I'm walking around having this very 3D conversation, going to the supermarket, participating. At the same time, I'm walking through the supermarket and I am spreading my light and I am beaming light out of my energy field. And I am visualizing how in 1 year from now, how this supermarket's going to look. It's going to be so different. People are going to be shoulder to shoulder. There might not be any money. You will just get what you want through exchange, or you know what I'm talking about? So you can be upholding the vision, the positive energy, and at the same time talking to people and understanding what they're going through. As you're walking through the streets, as you're dealing with negative entities, energies, people, the more you can uphold that bubble of 5D around you, the more you will not be affected by it, the more protected you will be, the more you will maybe see it like right close to you, but it will not affect you personally. You will not be harmed. You will not be sick. You will not have to deal directly with these negative energies. And that is the trick of navigating the 3D, 5D ascension. There's different practices and things that you can do to make sure that you're moving up in your physical vibration while you're still anchored here as a multidimensional 3D, 5D being, but that you are vibrating so high that you can walk through the storm. You can walk through it, and everywhere you walk, the storm flies by you and it doesn't hit you. It doesn't hit you. Okay? So uphold the vision. Know that you can be in new earth. You can be there with your mind and spirit, and your body can be partially in New Earth as well, at the same time as being in 3D Old Earth. So I hope that makes sense. I really hope that makes sense. And I want you to understand that, yes, be part of the collective, because we are all one, we are all together. If things happen in the collective that affect you in the moment, okay, don't hold on to it. Let it move through you. In one breath. Only hold on to negative stuff for one breath. That's what I do. I look at the news, I see a story, I'm like, so I go, let it out, one breath, okay? You see some numbers, you see some negative numbers, and you go, let them go through you, one breath. Only allow yourself to hold on to anything negative with one breath. It's not worth more than that. Does that make sense? If you suddenly feel fear or psychic attacks or negativity, recognize it. Say, okay, I recognize you. I feel it. I feel it. Out. Out. One breath, no more. And then you'll be okay. All right? Okay, so uphold the vision. Stay strong. Root and ground yourself. Yes, in 3D Earth. At the same time, know that you are vibrating with your body partially in 5D New Earth, and make sure your mind and spirit and your intention is up there in 5D New Earth, and that's how you can navigate this in the best way. All right, so let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. I'm going to continue making these videos. This is a series of Ascension 3D 5D power structure struggles, so I'm going to make 4 or 5 videos in a row to explain all of this to you. So stay tuned. Make sure that you are subscribed and have all notifications on. You know that little bell? Notifications all, so you don't miss a single video, because this is important. This is really important. Thank you so much. I love you all. Natasha, Cosmic Empress.